Hello, you're watching Movie Snapshot Scenes, and this is the summary of It, Part 1. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Derry, Maine. 1988. A storm rolls through the small town, cold and unforgiving. Rain pours from the sky, drenching the streets, washing color from the world. But inside one quiet house, laughter fills the air. Bill Denbrough, a stuttering but kind-hearted boy, helps his little brother Georgie build a paper boat. He calls it the SS Georgie. The two brothers laugh, connected by love and imagination. Bill is sick and stays inside, but Georgie is eager to sail his boat in the rain. With a yellow raincoat and glowing smile, Georgie chases the little vessel down the flooded street, splashing through puddles and cheering as it floats. Then, it vanishes, swallowed by a storm drain. Georgie kneels beside the gutter, peering into the darkness, searching for his lost treasure. But he finds something else instead. Two glowing eyes, a painted face, a voice. Hiya, Georgie. The figure introduces himself as Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Friendly, playful, strangely still. He talks to Georgie like a friend, offering the paper boat back. Then he opens his mouth, a flash of teeth. Inhuman. Endless. Georgie screams, but no one hears. Blood stains the water as the rain continues to fall. Months later, summer begins. School ends, and the town of Derry moves on, ignoring the growing list of missing children. Posters fade. Fear settles into silence. Adults look away, but Bill doesn't forget. Haunted by his brother's disappearance, he begins to search the sewers, convinced Georgie might still be alive. He's joined by his friends, Richie, the loudmouth, Eddie, the germaphobe, Stan, the quiet skeptic, and later Ben, the new kid and a bookworm with a kind heart. Together, they begin to uncover a disturbing pattern. Disappearances, deaths, all circling around the town and around the sewers. Meanwhile, something is watching. It sees their fears, it tastes their pain, and it waits. As the summer heat rises, a deeper cold begins to spread beneath Derry. Because it has awakened again, and the children of Derry are no longer safe. The summer sun shines over Derry, but something cold stirs beneath the surface. The children begin to see things no one else sees. Ben Hanscom, alone in the library, studying the dark history of Derry, follows eerie clues in old photographs. He sees a missing child in a newspaper, and in the next moment, the headless ghost of that child chases him through the shelves. Beverly Marsh, trapped in a home filled with secrets and abuse, hears whispers from her sink drain. When she reaches in, a geyser of blood explodes into the air, soaking her bathroom. But when her father enters, he sees nothing. Only Beverly can see the horror. Eddie Casbrack, walking past a decrepit house, is stalked by a diseased leper who moans and limps after him. He runs in terror, questioning reality, but the fear feels real. Stan Uris is attacked by a painting, not just the one he fears, but the woman inside it, twisted and unnatural, who steps out grinning. And Richie Tozier, the loudest of them all, finds himself trapped in a room of clown mannequins, until one of them moves. It isn't just imagination. Pennywise appears to each of them in different forms, shifting, twisting, adapting to their greatest fears. He doesn't just want to frighten them, he feeds on it. Fear is his seasoning, and children are his prey. Meanwhile, Bill continues, searching for Georgie, haunted by guilt. He believes his brother may still be alive. His obsession pulls the group deeper into the mystery of Derry. Ben's research reveals a chilling truth. Every 27 years, Derry suffers a string of violent tragedies, then silence. The pattern is ancient, cyclical, and now it's happening again. The group begins to understand. They are connected by more than friendship. They are being hunted. Pennywise is no ordinary killer. He's something older, something cosmic, a shapeshifter that lives in the darkness of Derry, and in the darkness of the human mind. And he is no longer content to hide, because they're beginning to see him for what he is, and that makes him hungry. The town of Derry is infected with silence. Adults don't see what's happening, or maybe they choose not to. Their eyes glaze over. They dismiss the screams, the missing children, the blood that somehow vanishes without a trace. But the kids see everything. Bill, Beverly, Richie, Ben, Eddie, and Stan begin to realize the truth. They are the only ones who can stop it. They call themselves the Losers Club, not because they're weak, but because the world treats them like they don't matter. But together, they do. They share their experiences, their visions, their fears. One by one, they open up. They realize that Pennywise, it, is not just some clown. He's a shapeshifter, a manipulator. He becomes whatever they're most afraid of, but fear only has power when it's faced alone. The losers begin investigating deeper. Ben's research leads them to the Neibolt house, a rotting, abandoned home that sits over one of Derry's main sewer lines. If Pennywise lives anywhere, it's there. They decide to face him. The first encounter inside the Neibolt house is chaos. Pennywise attacks them with brutal force, appearing in multiple forms, twisting the house into a maze of terror. He nearly kills Eddie, breaking his arm and mocking him as he screams. The others barely make it out alive. The experience shakes them. Fear cracks their unity. Stan wants to walk away. So does Richie. Even Bill begins to question his mission. Was Georgie already dead this whole time? But Beverly becomes the glue. She reminds them what they're fighting for. Not just their own lives, but every kid in Derry. Pennywise feeds on isolation, on doubt, on division. But when they stand together, he bleeds, and that means he can lose. Slowly, the losers heal. They tend to Eddie, they rebuild trust. The fear is still there, but now it's shared, and when pain is shared, it becomes strength. Because Pennywise has power in the dark. But the losers are starting to bring their own light, and soon they'll return to that house. Not as prey, but as a force. The decision is made. The Losers Club returns to the Neibolt house, this time together, united and prepared. No more running, no more fear in silence. If it lives beneath Derry, then that's where they're going, to end it. They descend into the sewers, moving deeper beneath the skin of the town. The tunnels twist like veins, damp and alive, leading them to a place where light doesn't reach, only memories and nightmares. Pennywise waits. They find Beverly first. She's been taken, not killed, but floating in mid-air above a mountain of debris, paralyzed in a trance. Around her, other children's bodies float, lifeless and suspended. We all float down here. Bill calls her name. No response. Pennywise appears. First, as a towering clown, then shifting through their fears. The leper, the woman from Stan's painting, Georgie, bloody and broken. The creature twists their minds and fractures their courage. But this time, they don't run. Bill confronts the illusion of Georgie. With shaking hands and tears in his eyes, he tells his brother's image the truth. You're not Georgie. Then he pulls the trigger on a bolt gun. The illusion dies. Pennywise screams. The losers rally. One by one, they strike back, not just with weapons, but with words, with defiance, with unity. They remind each other that it only wins if they're afraid. They shout in his face. They fight through the darkness. They wound him. Pennywise weakens. His form flickers. He shifts between shapes, desperate to survive. In a last attempt, he tries to divide them, offering each their deepest desire, their safety, their escape. But they don't take it. They choose each other. Beaten and exposed, Pennywise retreats into a pit of blackness, whispering, fear, before vanishing into the shadows. For now, the children lower Beverly to the ground. She wakes, alive, and for the first time all summer, they feel hope. But it's not over. Bill knows it. Pennywise may be gone, but not dead. He'll return. And when he does, they make a promise. If it ever comes back, so will they. The storm has passed. The sewers behind them are silent, and the town of Derry seems to breathe easier, though it doesn't know why. No one sees the victory. No one sees the scars. But the Losers Club knows. They've faced something ancient, something evil. And though Pennywise is gone for now, the fear still lingers in the corners of their minds. They emerge from the darkness, covered in cuts and bruises, but together, changed. Summer begins to fade. School will soon return. The town moves on, blind to the horror that lives beneath its streets. But the losers can't forget. They return to the quarry one last time, the place where laughter once echoed, where friendships were forged. This time, it's quiet, heavier. They sit in a circle, the bond between them stronger than ever. Bill, still grieving for Georgie, feels something shift. He knows now, his brother is gone. Pennywise killed him. There's no more pretending, but somehow, saying it aloud, surrounded by friends, makes the weight a little easier to bear. They all make a blood oath. One by one, they cut their palms and join hands. They swear that if it ever comes back, they'll return to Derry, no matter where life takes them, because now they understand. Some battles don't end in one summer. Some monsters come back. Beverly shares a vision. While in the trance, she saw them all grown up, separated, older, afraid. The thought chills them, but the promise holds. They say goodbye, not forever, but for now. Stan leaves with quiet dread behind his eyes. Eddie hides his trembling with jokes. Ben watches Beverly walk away, her memory stitched into his heart. Richie, for once, is silent, and Bill kisses Beverly goodbye, his first act of courage not driven by fear, but love. The group splits, paths diverge, but beneath everything they do, wherever they go, one truth remains. They are losers, not because they're weak, but because they chose to face what others wouldn't. And deep in the sewers of Derry, where the shadows gather once more, it waits, sleeping, but not gone. The town of Derry sleeps again. On the surface, everything appears normal. Children play in the streets, stores reopen, time moves forward. But beneath the sidewalks, beneath the sewers, something old and hungry still stirs. It is not dead, only weakened. The Losers Club, 7 kids bound by trauma, bravery, and something deeper than friendship, goes their separate ways. But nothing will ever be the same. Childhood has ended. Not with age, but with blood, loss, and the knowledge that monsters are real. Not just the one with sharp teeth and painted skin, but the ones that walk among adults. The ones who look away. The ones who hurt without ever raising a hand. Each member of the Losers carries something with them from that summer. Richie buries his fear beneath jokes louder than before. Eddie still clings to his inhaler, even though he knows he doesn't need it. Stan walks with a haunted expression, his faith shaken. Ben hides poetry in his notebooks, Beverly's name in every line. Beverly has found strength, but knows it came at a price. Bill no longer hears Georgie's voice at night, but the silence hurts even more. They all feel it, the fading. As the days pass, the memories begin to blur, like dreams drifting out of reach. That's what it does. It feeds, then makes you forget, but the losers resist, clinging to each other's names like lifelines. They made a promise, and promises, real ones, don't fade. At the quarry, where laughter once echoed, the last words are spoken. They touch the scarred palms where their blood oath was made. Not for drama, not for glory, but for truth. Because one day, it will return. And when it does, no matter where life has taken them. They will come back. They will fight again. Together. The screen fades to black as summer ends, but far below Derry, in the dark where laughter turns to whispers and balloons drift like ghosts, it is still watching, still waiting, and somewhere deep inside, it smiles.